Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today I wanted to show you, I'm trying to be kind of quiet because of people sleeping, but this is from John Deaton, and I'm not going to go through this tweet, Connect to Congress update. He's updating about how the function he created on his crypto law website, how he's set it up now where they can a lot more congressmen can be contacted in an easy way. So you can go and there's a form and you can send, and so he's updating as far as how many people, slightly under 3,000 messages, 100 senators contacted, 371 representatives contacted. And so this has been really successful. And so what we're doing is I'm going to start to get together a more targeted approach where we get, because I think that the certain members of Congress are going to be more important in this thing than others. And so I'm thinking that through, but we'll get more to that. Now, Chris Brummer had written this article in the new, I think it was Chris Brummer. No, he was retweeting this article. Somebody else read it. Regulators ask Congress to create new rules for cryptocurrencies. The Treasury Department report says stable coin issuers should operate like banks to avoid destabilizing runs that could erode the financial system. And it turns out Brad Garlinghouse weighed in on this. Chris is right. There's a lot at stake here, which is why we need Congress to play a leading role in providing guidance and clarity for not just stable coins as is recommended by the PWG report, but crypto broadly ASAP. And so you can hear them in these tweets, and then Stuart Alderati also weighed in. This shouldn't be a partisan issue, and some in Congress are seeking to shake on the mantle. Unfortunately, while the U.S. as a whole flounders, other respected economic centers are seizing the advantage. To name just one, the EU with MICA taking input from all stakeholders. So I'm pretty good at taking hints, and the hint I take here is Congress is the way. In other words, pressure on Congress is the way. So what I'm going to start doing is looking into who are the key, making a more targeted approach. Who are the key Congress people that can help in this fight, or need to know how influential social media is out here and can help them or hurt them if they don't pay attention. Now, the other day I tweeted this, and I want to show it to you. I don't know if I don't think I did a video on this yet. This is Gary Gensler's calendar. So on August the 20th, Gary Gensler he has a phone call with George Soros. Okay, I don't know how many of you know about George Soros, but George Soros, in my opinion, is a pretty creepy guy, and I don't think he likes America the way that you and I know it very much. But what bothers me about this is kind of what I said here, is that this. So now we know Gary Gensler. He has no time for all of us, the thousands of XRP holders that are. The first thing he says every time he's in a video, oh, well, we're here to protect investors. That's our primary function. Well, but he won't even acknowledge a lawsuit that's probably getting closer and closer to 100,000 XRP holders. He won't even acknowledge us. But it's fun for him to get on the phone with this guy who I don't even think likes America the way it is and wants to change it. Well, I said this is probably nothing, but I went and I wanted to see if George Soros had any ties to any of these people that seem to be behind all of this as far as XRP and Ethereum getting the free pass. Well, I saw this article, Soros-backed big legal firms blocked with big corporate. Okay, it's not about what the article's about. I just wanted to, these are Soros-backed legal firms. And you'll never guess which legal firms that popped up as Soros-backed legal firms. One is Jay Clayton's law firm, Sullivan Cromwell, and the other is Bill Hinman's Simpson Thatcher. Okay, just thought that was interesting. Now, this is interesting from Stefan Huber. Yes, this letter, let me bend this computer back a little bit. Yes, this is a letter from Jay Clayton in which he backs Hinman and agrees with him on his speech. Remember, Hinman swore under oath that this was only his personal opinion. This is from a deleted article which was retweeted by consensus, but can be downloaded from the web archive. Now, this is, so here's the letter. And down here it says, as your letter notes, Bill Hinman, the director of Division of Corporate Finance, delivered a speech on June 2018 that outlined factors for market participants to consider when evaluating whether a digital asset is security. Moreover, in November 18th, the Division of Corporate Finance, it says your letter also asks whether I agree with certain statements concerning digital tokens in Director Hinman's speech. I agree that the analysis of whether a digital asset is offered for sales as security is not static and does not strictly adhere to the instrument. Anyway, bottom line is Jay Clayton is agreeing. Okay, this is to a congressman. Which congressman was it? This is to Ted Budd. So Jay Clayton is basically reinforcing the Hinman speech. This proves it was not some personal opinion. This guy said that under oath. Bill Hinman did. Now, here's another one, another good one from, and by the way, yeah, that was Stefan here, but this is from the Ripple Eye. Can you guys help me with this? I don't think they have seen this yet. I don't think they understand what was going on here. Gary Gensler and crew were in front of the Agricultural Committee on 7/18/2018. Okay, so it's a month after the Hinman speech, to ask them essentially to close the door. And this is kind of what I've been saying all along. These guys are there, and this lady right here is I think that's Amber Baldette. She's the one with JP Morgan. So you got Gary Gensler, you got Lowell Ness, who wrote the Safe Harbor memo. I don't remember who this guy is. That's Daniel Gorfine from the CFTC. And then this is one of the guys on that committee, I think, that's saying, wait a minute, you guys are here to ask us for more regulation. Listen to this.
Ms. Baldet, this is an industry that you are getting into in the infancy. And you've actually done something that we don't see a lot around here. You've come to us to actually ask for a stricter regulatory environment to stop some of the fraud and abuse that was mentioned by some of my other colleagues. Ms. Baldet.
So as I've said 1,000 times on this channel, they wanted to slam the door. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to get Bitcoin and Ethereum through the door and then slam it on all other crypto. And that's what we've been experiencing for the last 2 or 3 years. And I don't think there's any doubt at this point that Gary Gensler is one of their guys that has been there to continue leaning against the door and keeping it shut. And I think that's what he's there for. I think that's what it's been all about all the time. Now, John Deaton had a really good thread here that I want to show to you. He says, remember when Joseph Lubin tried to argue Ripple and XRP weren't competitors to Ethereum? That was a definite signal that XRP was, in fact, viewed as a threat. In 2018, when Lubin made that assertion, XRP was battling after for the number 2 spot behind Bitcoin. Now read this. And this is an Andrew Keyes thread, where he's saying, no, XRP is a useless token intermediated by centralized ledger and da-da-da. And that's a reply to somebody had posted when the lawsuit dropped on XRP from the SEC. This is what I've said all along. They had to gloat, folks. It wasn't enough for them to work behind the scenes and get Ethereum a free pass at all of the rest of crypto's expense. They had to gloat. And the gloating, of course, will be their downfall. Now, John Deaton goes on. I don't represent Ripple. I do represent, however, 58,000 XRP holders. Calling XRP a useless token is both idiotic and untrue. Having that much animus against XRP, however, after Ethereum was given a free regulatory pass, nonetheless proves XRP was and still is perceived as a threat. Gasparino tweeted below is part of the Ethereum free pass timeline. Let me see what he tweeted. This is that tweet from May 10th, 2018, where he's saying the Brooklyn Project told him that this was this was sanctioned by the SEC, and it was Andrew Keys who told him that. Okay, and he says it was Andrew Keys who slipped up and told Gasparino that the Brooklyn Project's efforts were approved by the SEC. One would assume a free pass would generate more grace and confidence in those who benefited. Was XRP useless when the World Economic Forum listed it as one of the most relevant crypto assets related to interbank and intrabank payment settlements? So anyway, John Deaton goes on and on. Now, let's look at this part too. One would also believe that Andrew Keys or Joe Lubin would hesitate before attempting to argue that Ether was never an ICO and that it's simply digital fuel like needed to run a car. The problem for them is that we know who came up with this gasoline fuel theory. And this is and so they're pointing to what we found here recently, which is Steven Narioff, and he's the guy that created all that language. And then he goes on, he's showing some of these videos. Steven Narioff sometimes describes as the Ether architect and sometimes as the co-creator of Ether. Regardless of the title, he was the legal advisor who came up with the theory that Ether is simply a product. So anyway, this is a great thread. You need to read this entire thread on your own time. I got a couple more things I wanted to show you. And here's one of them. This is, I think, one of Ripple's new rock stars. This is Brooks Entwistle. All right. And listen to what he has to say. If I can get it to play, listen to what he has to say.
My name is Brooks Entwistle. I'm the managing director for Ripple for both APAC and MENA. Blockchain is the key to payments going forward, especially cross-border payments. We at Ripple are an enterprise software company connecting senders and receivers on the Ripple network around the globe. Blockchain technology enables you to move money faster, with more certainty, cheaper, and importantly, more environmentally friendly. We're super excited about the network that we've built. We have big financial institutions on the network, and we have classic cutting-edge fintechs and PSPs on our network as well, all working together with one goal, which is to move value across the internet as fast and efficiently as possible. We think that convergence is happening right now. We're excited to be playing in the middle of that. We started RippleNet 8 years ago, and at the time, very few people were interested in blockchain technology as it related to payments. And we worked to convince financial institutions to join this journey with us. In the meantime, there was an explosion of interest across the fintech world and PSP world, and of course, cryptocurrencies took off and became quite the phenomenon. And so this moment that we are right now, we think is that convergence, where we're bringing the technology to a problem, the problem of moving value across the internet, which we're very excited about. And I'm really excited about it here in APAC, having been a resident of Asia now for 30 years, around the region. One of the things I really believe that we are doing and that this technology can do is to really reach the unbanked and to move value in a way that finally gets to a population with the ability to have digital wallets, and really get to the end, the last mile of financial inclusion. We think we're playing an important part of that.
Big time right there, and that's from DBS Bank. Now, I wanted to finish by showing you this. This is so funny. This is XRP, the Standard Productions, which is a parody account, and this is a parody situation here, so I wanted to make sure that you understood that. He says, "Oh, sweet Jesus, I really stepped in it now." And he's showing what I'm assuming is a doctored series of things here. He's got Brian Armstrong. That tweet circulating where I'm asking if I should relist XRP soon is fake. There's no question about it. I'm relisting XRP for sure. Coinbase to relist XRP, says Armstrong's tweet. And I think this is all doctored by the XRP, the Standard Productions, but it is still funny stuff. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. I hope they do relist XRP. Thanks for listening.